Right guys, I've just had tonsillectomy and laser palatoplasty surgery on my throat. We're on day 17 now, and as you can tell my voice is a lot better, but I'm going to let you know day by day how the surgery went, how the progress that I made, and give you some top tips on what you should eat, what you should drink. I'm just going to let you know my experience basically, and it wasn't great, I'm not going to lie to you, so let's go into it. When I went into surgery, I wasn't that nervous. I wasn't even that fussed about the pain. I've listened to some reviews on YouTube. I've heard that it's quite painful. I've heard some people say excruciating. I've seen some YouTube videos and some people say that it doesn't hurt all that much. All you've got to do is keep drinking water. So I wasn't that nervous. So I went into surgery. They put an anaesthetic needle in my arm. That hurt a little bit. They gave me some gas and I was out for the count. I woke up in the recovery room in excruciating pain. I'm not gonna lie, I was in bits. I was out of it, but I can remember being in a lot of pain. They give me a dose of morphine, and then I woke up a little bit. Then they give me another dose of morphine. They give me another dose of morphine. Eventually, it knocked me out because they give me that much morphine. I woke up in the ward and I was in a little bit of pain, quite a bit to be honest. Not as much as when I woke up in the recovery room. They said that I had to be in there for a few hours before they'd let you go anywhere anyway. I did get told by the nurse that I bled quite a lot from having my tonsils out. My tonsils were huge, and they said that I've got quite thin blood, which is good, but it also caused a lot of blood to go into my stomach. So I was feeling quite nauseated. I wheelchaired out to the car and I threw up quite a bit of blood. It was not pleasant, but as soon as I did that I felt so much better. Fell asleep in the car, 2-hour journey back, went straight to bed when I got home and woke up on for day 1. Day 2, I had 8 hours sleep. I woke up in a bit of pain, as you'd expect. All you've got to do is you've literally got to just keep drinking water. It's the moment that you stop drinking water, even if it's for an hour, you will be in a lot of pain trying to get back to the hydrated level that you need to be at. For that day, I had no food whatsoever, but I didn't see that as an issue. So on to day 3. Day 3 was more painful than day 2. I ate half a cup of jelly and that's about it. I was in and out of it all day again. I was in a lot of pain and I just kept myself hydrated to the best that I could. On to day 4. Day 4, I woke up with severe earache. It was horrendous, to be honest with you. It actually took away some of the pain from the throat because the ears, it was like someone was squeezing your head by your ears. It was just horrendous. Quite a bit hungry by this point. I ate some more jelly. I even tried some baby food just to get something down in me. And I had probably about a quarter of a tin of soup. And that is it. For drinking, it was literally just water. There's nothing else. Don't drink anything else. Just drink water because anything else is going to really irritate your throat. It's either going to hurt or it's going to itch and it's not pleasant. Day 5. Day 5, the ear pain came to an extreme level, but in a way it helped me eat a little bit more. I managed to eat some scrambled egg and that was about it. On to day 6. Day 6 was horrendous. It was pretty much at the peak of the pain. It's more painful than when I broke my ankle. That's how bad it was. I managed to eat some yogurt. I managed to eat a few eggs, and I weighed myself, and after 6 days I'd lost 10 pounds. Day 7, I woke up at 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, so bad that I was shaking from the pain that I was in. I knew something wasn't right at this point because it was unbearable. I was literally just sitting on my bed, shaking with pain, trying to drink some water. It just wasn't happening. So what we did was we decided to take a trip to the hospital, which was probably the best choice that I made, because if you're in that much pain, you know something isn't right. Get it checked out. It found out I had infection on both sides of my throat, not just one, on both sides where my tonsils had been. An infection had spread and it was causing a lot of pain. So I gave me some liquid antibiotics and I started taking those. And I'll tell you what, you couldn't wait to keep taking that medication because it was helping a lot with the pain. I was also told by the doctor to have some saltwater gargling and do that 3 times a day. Do that from day 1. Apparently it'll cleanse out your throat and it'll make you feel a little bit better. I managed to eat a little bit of Sunday dinner, a little bit of turkey. I had a little bit of mashed potatoes with quite a bit of gravy, because you need that moisture to let it slide down your throat at this point. Day 8, I woke up frequently again through the night. I took my painkillers, but what I did by day 8, I managed to half the medication I was taking, so I was only taking 1 tablet instead of 2. Surprisingly, I managed to get through about half a chicken burger, so progress was being made. I think after taking the antibiotics from the infection, it had settled down quite a bit by this point. But it's still painful, don't get me wrong, it's still painful, and it hasn't all ended. So just be prepared for day 8, you still will be in pain. Day 9, what happened was, again, I woke up a couple of times during the night through dehydration. It's dehydration pain. As soon as your throat dries up, it's weird, your throat will try to swallow something that isn't there because it isn't used to the feeling that's no longer there. It's a strange one, it's hard to explain. But I wasn't in severe pain anymore. The severity of the pain had calmed down a lot by day 9. I did a little bit too much on this day. I was on the phone for 20 minutes, and I can tell you now that is not what you need when you've had throat surgery. It's drained quite a bit, and it really did hurt. It set me back, I reckon, a little bit. It feels like a really tight pulling in your throat when you do that. After this point, every day it feels like I'm now more of a sore throat. I'm on day, like I said, I'm on day 17 now, and the pain's pretty much gone. I tried a little bit of alcohol last night. It's rough, it doesn't feel great. You can't gulp any drink anymore. You have to take sips. Otherwise you'll find it'll start coming out, and you'll still find it really hard to swallow at this point. Here are some top tips that I can give you. Always have a drink close by, so for when you wake up in the night. Preferably put some ice in some water, and just over the course of the night, at least it'll stay a little bit cool. You can get up, you can have a drink. Keep a bucket by your bed as well, because you'll be bringing up a lot of phlegm and a little bit of blood clots that have fallen down your throat into your stomach. You'll be bringing those up. When the scabs start coming off your throat at a painful point on about day 7, again, you'll want a bucket just by your bed, something that you can just spit into. It's not very nice, but just clean it out every now and then, and it's a good idea, trust me. I was taking for medication paracetamol and ibuprofen. For paracetamol, I was taking soluble paracetamol. I was putting that in a cup of water. I was having that by the side of my bed along with normal water. So then if you wake up in the middle of the night, drink your soluble paracetamol as long as you're within the time limit, and it'll settle down within 20 minutes, and then you'll be able to get back to sleep. Water won't probably cut it when you wake up in the middle of the night. You'll need some painkillers. So soluble paracetamol. I've heard a lot of doctors, and they say eat toast from day 1 and so on and so forth. I'm sure they haven't had the surgery if they're saying eat toast. You cannot eat toast after day 1 of surgery. You cannot. You just can't do it. I couldn't do it. If you can, fair enough. Eat what you can. That's all I can say. That's a tip. Just eat what you can. Don't force food down yourself. I didn't eat pretty much for 2 days. 2-3 days I was eating jelly. It's not a problem. Okay, I lost 15 pounds in the end. That's what I've lost over the course. And I've lost a lot of energy for it. But you can only do what you can do. So just eat what you can. Try and mix up the foods that you can eat, because jelly and baby food, they get boring really fast. Eggs get boring fast. So just go for soups, go for mash, go for eggs, go for jelly, go for everything, go for soft foods. Just mix it up a bit, because you'll be craving different foods after a while, and you don't want to rush back into eating stuff that you can't eat. Another thing I'd say is chew gum. Keep chewing gum, because it'll strengthen up the muscles in your throat. You'll get back used to the chewing, and you'll have to keep swallowing anyway because you're chewing gum. Drink water, and it's a nice soothing, cooling feeling going down your throat when you're chewing gum and drinking water at the same time. So get that done. Don't have dairy. Stay away from milk. I know I said yogurt. Yogurt's not too bad. Just don't have milk, don't have cheese, just try not to have anything thick and fatty like milk or something like that, because all it's going to do is bring up mucus and phlegm in the back of your throat, and you're just going to have to keep coughing it back up, and it's really bad on the throat. It's thick and it sticks, and it's just not very good. So just try to avoid dairy by all means. Don't have anything too hot. The cooler the better. Everyone says ice cream. Again, it creates a little bit of mucus in the back of the throat. It's nice and cool, but why not just chew on some ice cubes or have some ice water? So that's all I've got for you, really. You'll be in quite a bit of pain. If you think you're in unbearable pain, like to the point of extreme, get yourself checked out. Make sure it's okay. At least I can just say, yeah, everything's going fine. Or I can say, no, it isn't. Here's some medication, and I'll shove it down your throat. All the better. I'm on day 17. You'll notice a turning point on day 9 or 10. Day 9 or 10 is a great period, because then you'll just think, oh, I've woken up and I've got a bit of a sore throat. Keep drinking water. Keep drinking ice water, and good luck with it, because it wasn't fun, and I probably wouldn't go through it again if I had the choice. If I went back in time, I probably wouldn't do it again. It's not very pleasant, but I'm through the other side now, and I know for a fact that my throat is feeling better for it. There's no blockage anymore. So good luck with your procedure. Peace out.